Okay, really quickly, I want to talk about pen details. So if you notice the rim of the building on this particular building, I decided to just color it in with Sharpie. If you look really closely, it's not colored in all the way. It's not like it's a solid black. I actually used hatching, okay? Hatching is one line going one direction. So I'm going to put my Sharpie here and kind of flick my wrist up like this, being careful not to go past my line. What is this creating? It's creating value. Why am I moving the marks? Actually, they shouldn't be moving. They should be going the same direction all the way because of your viewpoint. It'll probably be a lot darker. Remember, the closer the hatch marks are, the darker it's going to look. Okay? Now, did I do any hatching inside here? No, I barely even worked on the rim of this building. So, like I said, you don't have to detail every single building. You don't have time for that. Just do a little bit here and there, and it'll look like it's complete, especially if you're able to make some gradations with that watercolor. That does a lot. If the building is all one value and you didn't make the watercolor go from dark to light, you might consider adding more pen details. Again, you guys gotta think about your time management here. See here how I started adding some pen on the edge here? Your marks just go with the sides of your building. It's all parallel. Okay? And that's what's going to help. Just kind of do a little bit of shading. That's how you shade with pen. The more concentrated the marks are, the darker it's going to look, just like through here. This looks lighter because there's less pen. This looks darker because there's more pen. Okay, the last thing I want to talk to you about is ground level. Remember, everything on the ground is bird's eye view. So you have to think about looking at the tops of trees and the tops of bushes. And the tops of these trees are going to be very small because this is a huge skyscraper. So really, your proportion and scale to the top of a tree should really only be about that big. Okay? And you're probably not going to see the trunk of the tree at all. So what I would do is, you've already started painting, so you'll probably have green where there's grass and gray where there's cement or a parking lot. So you can take your pen, and you don't have to do this everywhere, but every so often, maybe in those little green areas, you do little tiny marks just to grab, just to add some texture. So see how tiny I'm doing that? It's almost like stippling. Stippling is dots. Okay? Stippling is dots like this. So these are almost little tiny hatch marks. Now again, you don't have to do that everywhere, just a little bit here and there, and that will make it look like it's grass instead of it just painted green. That's a pen detail on the ground level that will help you. Something else I've seen is kids will draw like an extra line here, really skinny, and this could act as a sidewalk. You could even do some marks on it too to kind of show that it's a sidewalk. Again, everything down here in the ground level is going to be very tiny.